touch her supper. So Three Eyes went over to One Eye and said, what happened? She didn't touch her food. What's going on? One Eye said, I don't know because I fell asleep. If you think you can do better, you go keep Three Eyes on her. So Three Eyes said, okay. So the next morning, when Two Eyes woke up, Three Eyes was waiting on her. She said, I'm going to go with you today. Uh-oh. So Two Eyes didn't think anything of it. She went out into the field. And she said, Three Eyes, can I sing you a song? Three Eyes said, sure. So she said, is your eye awake? Is your eye asleep? Is your eyes asleep?
Is your eyes asleep?
Is your eye awake?
Is your eyes awake?
Or is your eye asleep? Well, the one eye and Three Eyes' forehead went to sleep, but the other two were awake. But Three Eyes pretended to close those eyes to see what Two Eyes was doing. So she saw Two Eyes go to the cow saying, moo, oh, moo, and pow, just like that, all the foods laid out, all her favorite foods. You know what they are, I'm not going to repeat them anymore. She ate her Two Eyes out. And then she sung the food away by saying that chant. Oh, the food disappeared. Oh, Three Eyes couldn't believe her. She couldn't believe it. So when they got home, One Eye said, Three Eyes, you see what Two Eyes was doing? She didn't touch her food again. What's going on? Well, Three Eyes said, well, I couldn't hear what she was singing. But our sister Two Eyes knows some secret chant to bring all these delicious foods. Well, they decided to get rid of that cow because she wasn't taking that cow into the field anymore.
All right.
So, the next morning when Two Eyes woke up, she didn't see a cow. She saw One Eye and Three Eyes said, we know you know some kind of chant to make all these delicious foods, but we got rid of that cow. Oh, Two Eyes was disheartened. She was so sad. And she went out to the field again. And she began to cry. And all of a sudden that woman appeared just like that. She said, what's the matter, my dear? Why are you crying? Didn't I give you all these chants to make the food come and to put your sister to sleep? What's going on? I said, well, I used that chant. Is your eye awake or is your eye asleep? Oh, Three Eyes, and it didn't work, and now she knows what I'm doing. The woman said, you said, is your eye awake to Three Eyes? You silly gal. If you wanted Three Eyes to go to sleep, you should have said, are your eyes awake or are your eyes asleep? I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you the seed. And I want you to plant it in front of your house. And when you plant it, a tree will grow up tall. It would have leaves that are made of silver and apples made of gold. And if you want an apple to come off the tree, all you have to say is apple, apple on the tree. I am Two Eyes. Come to me. And the apple will fall right into your hand. Well, Two Eyes took that seed home. And when her sisters were not looking, she planted that seed into the ground. She covered it up with dirt. And when she woke up the next morning, just like the old woman said, there was a tree. Leaves made of what? Silver. Apples made of gold. Very good. I'm just making sure it was. Well, she also saw One Eye and Three Eyes looking and gawking up at that tree. And all of a sudden, a knight rode up on a horse.
Oh.
He had armor on. He had a helmet. He said, whoa! And One Eye and Three Eyes hadn't seen him for a long time, so when they seen this knight, they got rid of Two Eyes and put her in a barrel.
Oh.
They said something that he might run away if they seen her because she was just so ugly. So they walked up to the man and they said, hi. I'm One riding here on my horse, and I looked up. And I saw this beautiful tree, and I had to come up here and see what it was all about. He said, if you two ladies can get me an apple off that tree, I'll grant you any wish your heart desires. Oh, One Eye and Three Eyes was jumping up at that tree. Oh, they were trying to get an apple off that tree. Oh! But each time the tree limbs would raise higher and higher, and they just couldn't reach it. Well, Two Eyes was in that barrel. She picked up a rock and she threw it towards the horse. And the man said, is there anyone else around here? And One Eye said, well, not really. Just my sister, but you don't want to see her. He said, yes, I do. Bring her out. And Two Eyes walked up to that man on the horse, and he was just in awe. He looked at her so hard he had to take off his helmet to take a better look at her. And when he did that, One Eye and Three Eyes screamed, you know why? Because he had two eyes just like Two Eyes. The man said, young lady, if you can get me an apple off that tree, I'll grant you any wish your heart desires. And Two Eyes walked over to that tree. And she said, apple, apple on the tree, I am Two Eyes, come to me. And the apple jumped right in her hand. And she took it over to the man on the horse. He said, all right, young lady, I promise you any wish you desire is yours. And she said, for starters, you can get me away from these terrible scissors of mine. He said, all right, hop on. And they rode off. And since they had so much in common, they both had two eyes. They got married and they lived happily ever after. And that's the story
All right.
of Three Eyes.
All right. WJOE
It's
TV.
also
Signing
the
off.
first story was a fairy tale, which is a genre of folk tales. But the second story is an African folk tale, and it's called Master Man. All right? And this story starts off with a man named Kenya. Kenya loved to take care of his house. He loved to provide for his wife. And he would go out into the woods and gather twice as much wood as any man around. And when he went hunting, not only could he carry one, but he could carry two antelopes on his shoulders. He put one antelope on his shoulder and another on the other shoulder. And one day he was feeling good about himself. He walked into the house with the two antelopes and he said, wife, from now on, you should not call me by my birth name Kenya. From now on, from this day forward, you will call me Master Man. Because I am the strongest man in the whole wide world. Kenya's wife looked at him and she said, oh, Kenya, no matter how strong you think you are, there's probably someone stronger than you. Listen, woman, I don't care. From this day forward, I want you to call me Master Man because I am the strongest man in the whole wide world. Whatever, Kenya. Well, every morning, Kenya's wife goes to the village, and this day she was thirsty, so she went to the well. She lowered the bucket down into the well, and as she was pulling up, she started to have trouble. She, what's going on? Oh my goodness! I can't get the bucket out the well. Well, pretty soon she saw a woman with a baby attached to her back, and the woman tried to help her get the bucket out. Neither one of them could get the bucket of water out the well. So the woman, she unstrapped her baby, lowered it to the ground, and she began to talk to the baby. She said, my little baby, please help this woman get some water out the well. Kenya's wife looked at her and said, are you okay? If I couldn't get the water out the well, and we couldn't get the water out the well, what makes you think this baby? Well, she shoot the baby onto the well. Just like that. That baby pulled pulled the water out the well, gave some water to Kenya's wife, lowered it, pulled it just like that, and gave some water to his mother. And Kenya said, "What kind of baby do you have?" And the woman said, "What do you mean? I'm tired of people asking me this. Don't they know that his father's master man?" Kenya's wife could not believe her ears, and she could not wait to tell her husband. And when he heard this, he said, "No one calls himself master man but me, because I am the strongest man in the whole wide world." So Kenya, this baby was really strong. I mean, I couldn't do it, and the woman couldn't do it. He said, "I want to meet this man. I want to see this baby, by the way, whose father is master man." She said, "Kenya, please don't go. I'm telling you, do not go. Just stay humble. Don't go. I'm going tomorrow." And just like that, the next day, he went to the well, lowered the bucket, and when he went to pull it out, he could not get the bucket, and just like his wife had described, a woman with the baby strapped to the back came walking, and he said, "I can't get this water up if I can't get. I know you two can." She said, "Don't you know my baby's father is master man?" And he saw the baby pull the bucket just like that. He said, "You know, I don't care what nobody says. My name is Master Man. And nobody's going to call themselves Master Man but me. And I want to meet this man who calls himself man." He said, "Sir, I know you might think you're strong, but if you meet my husband sees you, he just might devour you. He just might devour you." He said, "I want to meet him." And so they walked into her front yard, and there was these big bones, and he said, "What is that? What is that?" She said, "That's my husband's supper." He said, "What does he eat?" "Elephants." And he was just about to turn around when he heard this loud noise. Boom, boom, boom. He said, "What is that?" She said, "That's my husband coming home from work, and if I was you, I would hide. I would hide in that box." And he did as he was told. And he was a little hole in the box. And he peeked through the hole. And he saw this giant man. He had one elephant on his shoulder.
Wow.
And another elephant on his shoulder. And he threw each elephant down, and he roasted that elephant. And he sat down, and he tore off the leg of the elephant.
My God.
Ate every piece of that elephant.
Whoa.
And sometimes when we eat a lot, we like to go to sleep and take a nap. And that's what the man did. The leaves was just a blowing as he took a breath. Praise the Lord. And Kenya, he was frightened for his life, and the woman came to him. She said, "Come on, very quietly. Hurry up and go home. Because if my husband sees you, he just might eat you." So just when Kenya was beginning to take off, Master Man woke up and he was after Kenya. Kenya was running for his life. Oh, he was running. Oh, Kenya was running. Oh, and as he was running, he passed about 5 farmers hoeing the fields. He said, "Whoa there, buddy. Where do you think you're going?" He said, "Master Man's behind me. We gotta go." I said, "Calm down. There's 5 of you, and 5 of us, and 1 of you. Let's make 6, right? I'm sure we can take them." And not soon after they said that, Master Man was coming. When Kenya looked up, the farmer was down the field. So Kenya took off running again. He was running. Oh, Kenya knew he couldn't run very much longer because he was getting tired. So he started thinking, oh, he saw this tall tree. So he decided to climb the tree as quickly as he could. He went as high as he could. he was looking down, and Master Man finally caught up with him. And he said, do you think that a tree is going to save you? And as he began to stick his hand out to shake the tree, to shake Kenny out of the tree, another man appeared that looked exactly like Master Man. And the second man said, you leave that poor man alone. And Master Man 1 said, no, he's mine and I'm going to eat him. And the second man said, no, you're not. And they began to tumble. I don't know if you watch a lot of cartoons or if you've seen any cartoons before. Have you ever seen the characters getting a little fight and the dust is going around and around and around, it's going blowing everywhere? You seen it before? That's how I imagine it looked. And Kenya was up in the tree just shaking. Oh, I should have listened to my wife. Oh, I should have listened to my Oh, I should have listened to her. He was afraid. And pretty soon, he saw Master Man 1 and Master Man 2 leap up off the ground, and they went up into higher and higher into the sky. And Kenya was shaking and looking, waiting for them to come back down. 1 minute passed. 2 minutes. Well, he thought it was safe to come down. You know, they say whenever it's thunder and lightning outside, that's Master Man 1 and 2 fighting. Well, Kenya got down from the tree and he ran home to his wife and he embraced her, he hugged her, he kissed her on her cheek. He said, baby, you were right. No matter how strong, how good I think I am, there's probably someone stronger than me. And that's the end of Master Man.
Story number 2. WJLE2B.
They had
Signing off.
They had in mind, and they would use those things, and they would make up games. And one of the games that I'll usually do when I come here, I go to Storyteller program. It's called Little Johnny Brown. And I know some of you were here at my last program, and y'all wanted to volunteer, but we just didn't have enough time to do everybody. So would anyone like to volunteer today? Devontae, come on up. Give him a round. Eric, come on up. You want to come here because it's your birthday? Give her a round of applause.
Birthday girl.
Hey.
Oh, okay.
All right. As I said, this game is called Little Johnny Brown. And I want the audience to pretend like you're the family. So you got to sing to your family, and they're going to do what you say, okay? And it goes like this. I guess I could demonstrate. All right, it's called Little Johnny Brown. We're going to pretend like we have a little blanket in our hands. And I'm going to say, Little Johnny Brown, lay your blanket down. And we're going to lay the blanket down. Then we're going to say, now walk around the corner, Johnny Brown. And they're going to walk around each corner. But they're not going to walk like this. They're going to give me a little attitude, a little swag, as the young people say today. I know Vontae walks around the house with a little pimp walk. So I know he might do that. But I want you to put a little swag to it and walk around the corners. And this, I want you to blow like a buzzard, Johnny Brown. You know how a buzzard lopes? Nope. 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 All right, I'm going to show you how a buzzard lopes. You ready? You know how a buzzard lopes? I bet you do. You sure? Was it? Oh, it's like that. My buzzard looks like this. You ready? All right. They're going to look like a buzzard. Then they're going to show an emotion. Now, I don't know how these little Johnny Browns are going to feel. They might feel happy. They might feel sad. Might be mad. But I'm sure they're excited because they're here celebrating GT. Woo! All right. Then I'm going to say, pick up your blanket, Johnny Brown, and give it to another. So the first person is going to be Mr. Williams. Here we go. You ready to sing, family?
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. Little Johnny Brown,
Brown.
lay your
Blanket
blanket down. Now walk around the corner, Johnny Brown. Walk around the corner, Johnny Brown. Look like a buzzard, Johnny Brown. Look like a buzzard, Johnny Brown. Now show some emotion, Johnny Brown. Show some emotion, Johnny Brown. Now pick up your blanket, Johnny Brown, and give it to another,
Johnny Brown.
All right, give Mr. Devontae a round of applause.
Hey!
All right, next we have Mr. Eric. You ready? Oh yeah, I know it's a yes. Here we go. You ready, family? Start the
Yes.
song now, so I can hear more people singing. All right, where are you going? All right, here we go. Little Johnny Brown,
Brown.
lay your blanket
Blanket
down.
down.
Now walk around the corners, Johnny Brown. Walk around the corners, Johnny Brown.
Oh.
Now walk like a buzzard, Johnny Brown. Walk like a buzzard, Johnny Brown. Now show us an emotion, Johnny Brown. Show us an emotion, Johnny Brown. Now pick up your blanket, Johnny Brown, and give it to another, Johnny Brown. Give Mr. Eric a round of applause. Woo!
Woo!
All right, now it's Miss Erica. Here we go. Little Johnny Brown,
Brown.
lay your blanket down. Now walk around the corners, Johnny Brown. Walk around the corners, Johnny Brown. Now show us look like a buzzer, Johnny Brown. Look like a buzzer, Johnny Brown. Now show us an emotion, Johnny Brown. Show us an emotion, Johnny Brown. Now pick up your blanket, Johnny Brown, and give it to another, Johnny Brown. Would you give all three Johnny Browns a round of applause?
All right.
Thank you so much. You may sit down. But it's also one of my favorites. I like to pick it. All right. And it's called Grandmother Spider Brightens the Light. How many of you have grandmothers? Are they very smart? They're very wise, aren't they?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Wow. Is your grandmother in the building?
Yes.
You better clean that up. All right. All right. Grandmother's spider brings a light. A long time ago, there was darkness. 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 Could you imagine it being dark in this building? How about there was no sun, no moon at night, no street lights? It's just dark. All the animals lived like that a long time ago. And they were arguing and they were fighting. Ouch! Hey, stop that! That's my Teleron! Would you back up? There was so much arguing, so much complaining, they decided to have a great council meeting. And at this council meeting, they said, hey, we need light. It's too dark. Hey, will you get off my tail? Well, where are we going to get the light? I don't know. Well, I forgot. I know where we can get the light. It was Miss Birdie. I know. Sometimes when it's raining, there's lightning outside. I see a crack of light. If somebody can go out there and go get it, we can have light. Hey, that's a good idea. Ouch! That's my Teleron. Pick up! Who's going to go get the lights in this bear? Who's going to go get it? And they thought, and they heard this big, strong voice. Oh, go get the light. It was Buzzard. And Buzzard had these big, strong wings. When he flapped his wings, you just feel the wind. Whoosh, whoosh. Oh, go get the light. All the animals were so excited. Oh, they had like a little mini parade in the dark. And Buzzard started to sing his song. I've got these strong wings, strong wings. It's got to be me. It's got to be me. I got these strong wings, strong wings. It's got to be me. It's got to be me. Well, Buzzard made his journey to the crack of the sky where the sky and earth met. And when he got there, he said, where can I put this light? Ooh, I got it. I've got it. I've got these nice afro feathers on top of my head. I can take a piece of that light, put it on top of my face, and we'll have light. I can take it back down to the animals. And boy, will they love me. Oh, I've got these. Yes, I do. So that's what he did. He took a piece of that light, put it on his nice afro feathers, and he started making his way back down to where the animals were. I've got strong wings. What's it smell?
Oh.
When Buzzard finally got that fire out of his nice afro feathers, Buzzard's head was bald.
Wow.
And it was darkness. Darkness, darkness. All the animals said, we need light. Hey, it's too dark. Would you get off my tail? Well, who's going to go get the light this time? And I heard another voice. I'll go get the light. Who's that I can't see? It's me, Possum. I'll go get the light. It's okay, Possum. So Possum made his way to the crack of the sky where the sky and the earth met, and when he got there, he did just like Buzzard. He said, where should I put this light on my, where should I don't know what to do. Let me think. Oh, I've got it. I've got this nice bushy tail. I can take a piece of that light, put it on my tail, and boy, would those animals love me. And he did just that. He took a piece of that light, put on his nice bushy tail. He started making his way back down to the animals.
Right.
He was kind of upset by them giving Buzzard a parade, so he was kind of in a bad mood. Talking about Buzzard. He don't have no strong wings. You know what Buzzard has? He has a bald head.
Oh.
What's this smell? Did somebody cut the cheese?
Uh-huh.
Possum's tail was on time. He rolled to the right. Oh, when Possum finally got that fire out of his tail, guess what happened? Possum's tail. You know,
What happened?
Possum's tail was close your ears. It was naked. And there was darkness. Darkness. All the animals. Oh, they were starting to get discouraged. I said, we need light. It's too dark. I'm tired of walking around. Would you get off my tail? Who's gonna go get it? Possum couldn't do it. Buzzard couldn't do it. Who's gonna do it? Oh. Who's gonna do it? I told them how to do it, but they just don't know how. I don't know. Then they heard this voice. I'll go get it. Who's that? I can't see, said Mr. Bear. It's me, Grandmother Spider. I can go get the light. Grandma Spider? Oh, no. You can't do it. For one, you're too little. Suck it, you're too old. And third, you might forget your way back. Oh, no, no, no.
Oh.
Grandmother put 4 arms on her hip. She said, listen here, Sonny. I may be little and I may be old, but at least you ought to let me try.
All right.
I'm talking about I'm too old. Well, the animals thought about it. They said, well, what's the harm? Go ahead, Grandma Spider. So Grandma Spider, she did listen to what the animal said, and she thought she might forget her way back. So she decided to spin a web from where the animals were at all the way to the crack of the sky, where the sky and earth met. When she got there, she said, I ain't gonna be like buzzing and put no light on my head.
Oh,
And
boy.
I sure enough not gonna put none on my tail. Out of all the places to put light, why would you put it there? So she decided to scoop up some wet clay. And she took a piece of that light. She hurried up and put it into the clay because the light's hot. If you touch it for a long time, it'll burn. And she took that wet clay and she wrapped that clay around that light and she formed a ball. Well, the animals were sitting in the dark. This is the longest time anyone's ever taken to go get the light. So the morale started to pick up. And one animal said, we're gonna have light, we're gonna have light. I'm so glad we're gonna have light. Another animal starts singing, just like you're gonna start singing. We're gonna have light, we're gonna have light. I'm so glad we're gonna have light. Well, some more animals start to sing, just like some more you're gonna sing. You ready? We're gonna have light. We're
Gonna have light.
I'm so
Glad
we're gonna have
light.
Oh, as they were singing, Grandmother Spider they made it back to where they were at. Well, that wet clay that she wrapped around that light, it was very hard. So she had to take a rock and she cracked it and it split in half. And she took that light out. She hurried up and she threw it up into the sky. And there was light. Oh, the animals were so excited. Oh, they was looking at them. Everyone. They said, we can see. Oh, they were so excited. Oh, they went into the water. And they looked at the reflection. And the elephant learned how to long nose and big body. And the monkey was just jumping there. Oh, they were so excited. Oh. They started to sing another song. Oh, I see the light. Can you clap? I see the light. No more darkness, no more night. I'm so happy, darkness here no more. Oh yeah, I see the light. From that day on, the buzzard has had a bald head. The possum has had naked tails. Did you know Grandma Spider? She made the first bowl in the whole world because she cracked it in half and made a bowl. And that's what y'all eat cereal out of sometimes, right? And ramen noodles. You ought to thank Grandma Spider for that. And you know what else? There has been light. And you know, I was thinking about this story in terms of all of our ancestors who have fought for us to have freedom. You know, each one, just like Buzzard tried. There was a Harriet Tubman. You know, there's another Black history figure that did a little something. And finally, in 1863, Abraham Lincoln, he signed the Emancipation Proclamation. And you know why they have Juneteenth? Because most of the slaves were free in 1863, except for one state, and that was Texas. They didn't know they were free for 2.5 years. And one of the generals came down there and told them on June 19th, 1865, that they were free. And they've been celebrating that day. And that was our freedom for our black ancestors, for us, and that we should remember. And let me see what my last notes. The animals celebrated freedom from darkness. And Juneteenth's freedom is from slavery. Freedom is always worth celebrating. And that's the end of the program.
All right.
All right. WJOE TV signing off. That's my niece.
Thank you for coming.
AJ, get down boogie woogie.